Now more Good Day Dakota on KX News.
Well, it's 6:35. Welcome back. When we think about the weather, we often think about the media side of things, but there's also a large web to the weather, and that's part of the government.
In this week's Weather Wise, meteorologist Schafer will take a deeper look at how all of the information from all of those agencies helps the KX Storm Team bring you a better forecast right here in North Dakota. Stone, take it away.
Yeah, so to start off this week's Weather Wise, I want to look at all the departments that are part of sort of that big web of weather when it comes to the government. And it all starts at the top. That is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And over the years, they've created the National Centers for Environmental Predictions. And those branches are all across the country. And the first one, that's the Climate Prediction Center. We also have the Environmental Modeling Center, the Ocean Prediction Center, the Aviation Weather Center, the Space Weather Prediction Center, the National Hurricane Center, the Storm Prediction Center, and then we also have the National Weather Service, all a part of this web of weather that you have when it comes to the government side of weather. So I want to go over a couple of those departments and what do they do for us here in North Dakota and for the KX Storm Team. So the first one is the Storm Prediction Center. So what is the Storm Prediction Center? Well, it's a national forecasting center located in Norman, Oklahoma that predicts conditions favorable for severe and non-severe thunderstorms, as well as predicts wildfires all across the United States. And their responsibilities are convective outlooks for 2 to 8 days that look at hail, tornadoes, and winds. They also have mesoscale discussions, something that you can look up when we have severe weather on their website, and that gives us textual and graphical components outlining sort of what we could see when we have severe weather. We had a few of them over the weekend with those severe weather chances. They also issue watches, storm reports, and fire outlooks for all across the country. So one of the maps that we use quite a bit here that is made by the Storm Prediction Center, well, that's our severe weather threats. Like today, we had this non-severe weather threat that was sort of made by the SPC. Now, this is going to change throughout the day, and sometimes we don't always agree with this map. This weekend on Saturday, we didn't agree with what they had here at the KX Storm Team, and that's okay. It's just another mind for the weather that we have here in North Dakota. They also make these storm report maps that we have every once in a while. This is from Sunday's hail event up there to the north. The National Weather Service here in Bismarck sends in those reports to the Storm Prediction Center, and they make these maps out. Another resource that we use is the Climate Prediction Center. So what is that? Well, it is headquartered in College Park, Maryland, and well, they make predictions about climate variability and climate anomalies, looking at real-time climate. And again, their responsibilities are temperature and precipitation outlooks for 6 to 10 days, 8 to 14 days, monthly and seasonal outlooks. They also give yearly outlooks now, and they also look at La Nina and El Nino outlooks to sort of give us an outlook of how that may affect our winters, especially here in North Dakota. And this is a map that they make. We use this map usually weekly here on Good Day Dakota, and that's those temperature outlooks out to the west where we see warmer. They look at the climate all through history to see, okay, how does it line up? They also give us our precipitation outlooks as well by looking at what does it look like with the water amount in the atmosphere. Another department that is very important for us here at the KX Storm Team, but for you, is the National Weather Service. And what is the National Weather Service? Well, it's the Operational Weather Service component of NOAA, and they provide daily weather updates, water update, climate data, forecast, and they also issue warnings. Again, their responsibilities are daily forecasts all across the United States. And the one difference for them is they have 122 different offices that are all across the United States, but each office has its own forecasting area that they focus on. So they work with the SPC to issue watches, and they issue the warnings that we see, especially here in North Dakota. So when we look at a map of at least the offices here in our region of the country, we can see that light blue, that's the office that's in Bismarck. We also have an office in Grand Forks. So when we get a tornado here, maybe in Burleigh County, well, that is being issued by the National Weather Service in Bismarck, not by us here at the KX Storm Team. And again, when we look at our weather maps, all these warnings that you see, and there isn't very much this morning, but let's take a look at the heat advisory up there to the northwest. That is issued by an office up there in the northwest. And again, they make all those warnings. But always remember to continue sending your questions so I can answer them here weekly on Weather Wise.
And